Check the mic and make sure it sound right.
Hi, I'm DKWILL, and this is DK. We'll talk about it. Well, this is worth covering for sure. It just came out about 45 minutes ago. Stuart Alderati, key counsel for Ripple, has released this on X, the final crossing of T's and dotting of I's, and what should be my last update on SEC v. Ripple ever, he says. Last week, the SEC agreed to drop its appeal without conditions. Ripple has now agreed to drop its cross appeal. The SEC will keep $50 million of the $125 million fine that's already in an interest-bearing escrow in cash, with the balance returned to Ripple. Major victory, $75 million coming back. The agency will also ask the court to lift the standard injunction that was imposed earlier at the SEC's request, all subject to commission vote, drafting of final documents, and usual court processes. That's all, folks. That says a lot, folks. And I guess we'll just have to watch what the market does about this. But quite honestly, in my opinion, the market's been manipulated and suppressed anyway, no matter what kind of news comes out, because the goal is to get you to get out from under XRP and be frustrated and to think that that's the end of it. Even with this news, we can't bounce and actually be set free. Oh, it'll be set free when they don't have a choice anymore. But as long as they have a choice, they're going to bounce it around, shake that rug, and manipulate it out of your hands, out of our hands, if we allow it. And that's why I always talk about make sure you keep your gorilla grip on that XRP until you're ready to let it go. And if you're ready to let it go at $2.47, knock yourself out. But do I think it's ever going to be more? Absolutely yes. And looking at the markets, you can see the day's activity. There's just a little bit of a jump here around the time of this announcement, maybe. And so this is clearly manipulation, folks, because there's zero reason for anyone to believe, number one, that XRP is only worth $2.45. That's the first mistake, no matter what kind of news release, no matter what kind of development, no what kind of scare or what kind of threat comes out. It's worth far more than that. And this manipulation process, and quite honestly, like it or not, Ripple could be part of it, and they plant seeds, they plant seeds like Garlinghouse and Schwartz plant seeds, even saying that Garlinghouse even hinted that Schwartz is the bearable 1 through 3. But the point is, they do offer hints because their conscience tries to help people who are discerning to know that this is a gold mine that you're owning here when you own XRP. But they can't they can't stop the system the way the system works. And if you can recall back when David Schwartz made that comment about sometimes you have to sacrifice something, and that's what they're doing. And so, yeah, this is winning news. There's XRP is the only digital asset now that has gone through the courts and is 100% a digital asset that does not have any legislative restriction on it or the potential thereof. Period. More than Bitcoin, more than Ethereum, more than any other coin, even its sister, Stellar, XLM, although it's pretty much the same product. So that's what you hold, and it is the backbone of the financial system. So when you get news like this and you expect it to release, that's what they build it up for. They build it up so that you can be depressed. And then when you get depressed, say, "Oh, this is the best it's going to do." Even if you're not upset or angry like some people get. Like me, I don't get angry. It's the market, deal with it. But even if you're not upset, your mind might begin to tell you, "Hey, this is the end of the road. This is as good as it's going to get for a while. I'm going to sell in May and come back, right?" Well, maybe by May something will happen. We don't forget that part. But the most important thing that any of us can do, and what I advise you to do, is just muscle up and keep that gorilla grip on your XRP. Now, that's what I'm going to do. Only sell XRP when you decide it's time knowing that you have one of the most valuable crypto assets on the planet that will very likely flip Bitcoin soon. This agenda that they have for the financial system doesn't run past 2030. So if you got any time left, if you're young, especially in your 40s, maybe 50s even, just know that every time you let it go, it's going to be more difficult to get it back. So keep your gorilla grip and let it go when you're ready to let it go. I'm DK Will. This is DK Will Talk About It, and I've talked about it. Have a wonderful day.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right.